Have you ever felt like someone close to you is acting off, but you can't quite explain why? They smile, they nod, they say everything's fine, but deep down you sense something else, a hidden tension. You start to wonder, do they secretly resent me? If you've had that uneasy feeling, you're not alone. Resentment is often silent, but it leaks out through actions, tone, and subtle shifts in behavior. Resentment is one of the most corrosive emotions in relationships. Unlike anger, it's rarely expressed directly. Instead, it builds quietly, layer by layer, until it becomes hard to ignore. In a study by the Gottman Institute, couples who ignored small signs of resentment were 80% more likely to drift apart over time. And it's not just in romantic relationships. It happens with friends, co-workers, even family. So how do you spot it early? Here are 10 subtle but powerful signs that someone may secretly resent you, even if they never say it out loud. 1. They give you compliments with a sting. Wow, you actually did that? I didn't expect it. It sounds like praise, but it feels like a jab. This is called backhanded validation. It's one of the first cracks resentment creates. 2. They downplay your wins. You tell them something you're proud of, and they shrug. Or worse, they change the topic. It's hard for someone to celebrate you when they're carrying unspoken bitterness. 3. They're overly polite, but distant. They smile, say the right things, but the warmth is gone. Small talk replaces real talk. This emotional distancing often hides feelings they're unwilling to confront. 4. They bring up old mistakes, out of nowhere. Ever notice how they randomly mention things you thought were long buried? Unresolved resentment tends to cling to old wounds. It's their way of saying, I haven't really moved on. 5. They avoid asking about your life. When you talk, they listen, but they don't ask follow-ups. They're not curious. Why? Because deep down, they may feel jealousy or emotional fatigue toward your progress. 6. They stop being vulnerable with you. Resentment creates walls. Where there was once openness and laughter, now there's careful, filtered conversation. You'll notice it when conversations start feeling safe, too safe. 7. They mimic support, but it feels hollow. They'll say things like, I'm happy for you, but their tone is flat, no eye contact, no real enthusiasm. It's like they're checking a box, not sharing your joy. 8. They gossip about you indirectly. You hear from others that they've been saying things behind your back. Subtle digs, passive complaints. When people can't confront you directly, they vent sideways. 9. They subtly compete with you. You mention something and they one-up it, always trying to show they're just as good or better. Resentment turns conversations into quiet competitions. 10. They seem irritated by your boundaries. When you say no or protect your time, they get cold. Resentful people often expect emotional access and feel offended when it's not given. Notice a pattern here? None of these signs scream, I hate you. That's what makes resentment so dangerous. It hides in politeness, in passivity, in silence. Psychologists say resentment often comes from unspoken expectations and unmet emotional needs. It builds when we suppress hurt instead of expressing it. Here's the good news. If you can spot resentment early, you can address it with care. Sometimes it means having a gentle, open-hearted conversation. Sometimes it means protecting your peace by creating healthy space. And sometimes it means recognizing when someone's emotions are not yours to fix. Your worth isn't defined by someone else's silence or side eyes. You deserve relationships built on honesty, not hidden hostility. If this video helped you connect the dots, give it a like. It tells the algorithm that this matters. Have you ever experienced subtle resentment from someone? Drop a comment below. Your story could help someone feel less alone. And if you want more emotionally honest content like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. We dive deep here. And remember, you don't need to decode every emotion alone. Sometimes the best move is to step back and heal forward.